The front door. Just because I am welcoming doesn't mean I am weak. I am strong.
This quarter's Cal Poly Theater production, Shelter, will be very different than the usual live plays that take place at the Performing Arts Center. This is, of course, due to the COVID-19 pandemic and its restrictions on in-person events. But more than that, Shelter is an experimental audio play that draws from different forms of entertainment, including verbatim theater and personal story podcasts. Acting professor and director of Shelter, Karen Hendricks, says that rather than attempting to do a traditional theater production over virtual-based platforms, she decided to embrace the environment she has been confined to since last March and let it become the inspiration for the show.
I decided that it would be really interesting, instead of trying to pretend like we weren't all at home, what if we really leaned into that choice and embraced that choice and decided, let's actually create a piece that explores the idea of home.
Shelter explores the idea of home through personal stories from cast members, as well as poems and monologues told from the point of view of household appliances. The entire play is written by the cast made up of Cal Poly students. Theater senior Bella Ramirez is one of the cast members and has written and recorded various personal pieces for the audio play.
But it was so different than just being handed a script and being like, this is your character, perform it, versus like actually writing things that are so truthful to yourself and then recording those as you and putting them out into the world.
The sound design team is currently working to take all the individual audio stories from cast members and put them together to create a full-fledged audio play. Hendricks says that the team is also adding sound effects and composing original music. Since Shelter is an audio play, the scenic design team and the costume design team both had to get creative when thinking about how to contribute.
One of the challenges for us was, how do we, in a normal year, our designers, like the scenic designers and costume designers, are all contributing to these shows. And so when I presented the idea of like, well, what if we did an audio play? They were, oh yeah, that sounds really interesting, but what does the scenic team do? And what does the costume team do?
In an effort to attract local audiences, the scenic design team has created 20 unique art installations to be distributed in various shops around downtown San Luis Obispo. Hendricks says that each installation is contained in a plexiglass box and features a QR code which links to the Shelter webpage. Also, the costume design team has created one larger piece of artwork, as well as a quilt-style dress, with each quilt square representing a different story in the show. Shelter can be listened to for free via the Performing Arts Center website from March 6th through March 13th. Donations can also be made through the website. For CLA News, I'm Sophie Lincoln.